Black
slaves.
Americans built
She was
the
absolutely
USA.
correct. If you look on a timeline, the history of the United States is still fairly brief, and slavery was abolished a mere 155 years ago. It wasn't just the White House that was built using slave labor, by the way. The building that serves as our country's political center, the United States Capitol, was built and rebuilt using slave labor after its sacking in the War of 1812. Although most northern states had abolished slavery by 1804, it's had its fair share of symbols erected using slave labor. If you're familiar with the Trinity Church in New York's financial district, you may not know that the clergy rented enslaved people to build its iconic spires, as well as the wall that used to snake down what we now know as Wall Street. Many of our forefathers were enslavers. Thomas Jefferson's entire property in Charlottesville, Virginia, Monticello, was built and run by enslaved people. Enslaved people also helped build our intellectual centers. Georgetown University, one of the country's oldest colleges, built most of its campuses after the sale of 272 enslaved people in the 1830s. Many schools with storied histories were built in part by enslaved people, including Harvard University's Law School and the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. That school's campus was maintained by slave labor until its abolishment in 1865. Poor record-keeping and indifference by early historians makes it nearly impossible to know every contribution made to these buildings, but there's no doubt about how they got built.
Child, the foundational Black American story is one of the greatest ever told. Resistance, resilience, and reimagining. And baby, that's the gag. We didn't just survive. We authored that shit. We are the blueprint. Full stop. Now here's the problem. Folks love to play in our faces with that tired-ass question, where are you from? No, really, where are you from? As if the word American only belongs to white people. Because for them to admit that we shaped this country through our own resistance and destiny, that would shatter the very foundation of their belief in white supremacy. Baby, that's why they come at us sideways. Because deep down, they can't fathom how we survived slavery, Jim Crow, and systemic oppression, and still created a culture that the whole world copies. That confusion turns into jealousy. That jealousy turns into disrespect. Let me be crystal clear. We don't need their validation. Black Americans are the blueprint. Because I'm American. My family is from North Carolina, mom and dad. And I can't tell you the number of times I get asked that dumbass question. Where are you from? No, really, where are you from? North Carolina. Generations deep. Because I'm not about to do Olympic level ancestry to make somebody else feel comfortable. Ain't it funny how nobody asks white Americans where they're really from? But let a Black American say I'm American, and somehow it's like the Wi-Fi cut out. The manufactured confusion. What they don't understand is our story is layered. African roots, European ancestry, not by choice. Native connections. And it all converges right here in the United States of America. That's our reality. That's our identity. And that's exactly why some of them are jealous. They can't wrap their heads around how we carried and still carry the weight of oppression and still became the cultural heartbeats of this nation. Music, fashion, innovation, style, language, and I could go on, but I'm not. We set the tone every single damn time. So the next time someone tries to play in your face and say Black folks have no culture, no values, here's the list, baby. Family, liberty, justice, God, creativity, and survival. Those are our values. That's our culture. We are who we say we are and who they wish they could be, but never will. We are American. Full stop. So here's my ask of you. Stop giving clout, likes, and comments to folks who make a living disrespecting us. Block them. Protect your peace because the Black American story is too sacred to let outsiders rewrite. Child, is too much. So drink your water, stay rooted, real, and knowledgeable, and mind your Black business. Happy Black History 365, and I'll see you next time.
Hi lovelies, welcome back to the channel. My name is Beauty. Today is your first time coming across my channel. Lovely, you are welcome. And to the people who has been supporting this channel by subscribing, commenting, and sharing my video, I really appreciate you all. Lots of people are confused and has been lied to about the foundation of America. A lot of people do not know who really built America. Other people said immigrants built America, but that is not the truth. Black Americans built America. This has been in history for so many years. Look at the real history, the blood, the sweat, and the pain that built the foundation of the country, America. It is clear that Black Americans are the backbone of American rise. Even after slavery ended, Black Americans kept building. They fought in every war, paid taxes, corrected cultures, music, art, and still they were denied the credit they deserve. Immigrants came into America when the country already had a foundation built by Black labor. And without Black Americans' labor, without Black American foundation, there wouldn't be America for immigrants to come to. So the history remains that Black Americans built the nation. Anyway guys, let's watch these videos and we will come back to discuss more about this. Stay with us, comment your thoughts in the comment section, subscribe to this channel to support the channel, and we will be right back.
Y'all remember when Donald Trump said this?
African Americans built this nation. You built this nation. You know, you're just starting to get real credit for that. Okay, I don't know if you know that. You're just starting to get, you built the nation. We all built it, but you were such a massive part of it. Bigger than you were given credit.
Hold up, Black Americans. Don't get ahead of yourself. Just when you thought you getting your just due and recognition, somebody else is here to take it away.
So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up. New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
Let them tell it. Donald Trump is trying to erase Black American history when he just gave credit. Now, out of Madumme's mouth, Black Americans didn't have anything to do with the infrastructure. Black Americans didn't have anything to do with the foundation. When it's historically proven that Black Americans built New York, laid the roads, the ports, was a major factor in the development of this nation as a whole. But let Madummy tell it, Black Americans had nothing to do with the development or infrastructure. Immigrants came to this country and this country was already built, developed. Black Americans even paved the right way for them to come here. The Immigration and Nationality Act of 1964, 65.
All right. I want to make a few good points, a very great point, actually. And it starts off with who we are, okay? We are the foundation of this country, all right? Those are my ancestors. This is my ancestry, and we have been the foundation of this country since day one. Not 2, 3, 4, 5, since day one. And when you start talking about foundationals, you're not talking about people of color. You're not talking about minorities. You're not talking about all lives matter. It is specific. And we got to clear some things up because there seems to be a whole lot of fake misconfusion when it comes to our reparations. When it comes to our reparations, everybody acts like they don't really get it. Well, I'm going to clear it up very well, okay? We have been the economic and the social backbone of this country and this county since day one. Again, it all goes back to day one. Once again, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. So when you start talking about us, the first thing you got to acknowledge is reparations. Reparations in the form of cash payments. All right, not hugs, not kisses, not can't we all get alongs, not Uber rides, not DoorDash, none of that. It is about cash payment reparations. How do we know? It's because we see the money being given to immigrants and migrants right here in the city. When I came here, I seen a bunch of my lineage, foundational Black American brothers and sisters out in the streets sleeping in the cold, while migrants are getting millions of dollars, they're getting tangibles, they're getting resources and benefits, and elevated above us. So we're very, very aware of what's going on, not just here in Fulton County, but all across these countries. So I'm here to tell everybody, we stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Chicago. We stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in New York City. And I'm letting everybody know it will not go down the same way it's going on across the country where we get nothing and immigrants and migrants get all of our money. So in other words, I'm here to make a declaration for you and everybody watching right now, and that is that the Black American presence in the South is not going anywhere. So in other words, FBA South got something to say, and FBA South is here to stay. So with all that said, in the great words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., we are coming to get our check. And I want you guys to pass those reparations for us, and you guys have a great night. With that said, reparations right now. Salute.
Can we talk? Don't mind me. I literally just got done with the golf tournament, and it got me thinking about this whole Ralph Lauren and Oak Bluffs situation. And I must say, this is a friendly reminder that Black people are not a monolith. We literally built this country for the free, okay? Every inch of this country, we are embedded in it, quite literally. You are going to see Black millionaires. You are going to see Black billionaires. You are going to see Black golfers. You are going to see Black drug dealers. You are going to see Black movie stars. You're going to see Black fashion designers. Every inch of society, because we built this for free, we going to be a part of. And this whole narrative that somehow that we don't have upper echelon Black people, Black Americans, the descendant of the enslaved, the fact that y'all find it so hard to fathom, y'all proving our point every single day, that y'all try to deny our existence while appropriating our sauce. And y'all really need to stop that, because everything that you think you can do, we do it too. Okay? We might do it on a different level, we might do it at a different scale, but anything that you see any other group in America do, I'm pretty sure some Black people do it. Okay? Just like Beyonce in the country album, like, y'all not the first people to do country music. Y'all not the first people to play soccer. Y'all not the first people to do Formula One. Y'all not the first people to do like NASCAR. Like, we've all, every inch of society, Black people have been a part. And yet y'all continue every single chance y'all get to erase us, because y'all just don't want to accept the fact that y'all brought us here against our will to build up a society for free. And y'all are mad because we are coming to collect, and we've been collecting, and we take up space, and you just gonna have to get used to it. I don't care how many times y'all try to bitch and moan and cry, all of this stuff, blah 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 blah. Those exit polling, I will never let that live. Like, ever. I will never let nobody live that down. That exit polling showed just how much you think of us, okay? And it's sad. It's really, really sad, because we could be further in a society than we are right now. But because of complete racism and hatred for people that look like me, the descendants of the enslaved, those that were stole and made, to work for free and breed for free, what y'all expect us to do? We ain't going back, because thanks to y'all, we really rarely have records going further than a census report, because y'all damn sure didn't keep a good record of the slaves that y'all owned. So yeah, y'all get to live with us taking up space in every inch of American society, because we built this shit for free. Okay.
We have been Black powerless people for 400 years. I've seen people boxed in, Black children in Harlem of New York. I've seen people boxed in, Black people in Chicago, Illinois, in the slums, with the babies sick, rats eating on the babies. So what we mean by Black power is we mean to have not only Black political power, but Black economic power, to have a voice in the educational system, that our kids will know, not only the Black kids, but the white kids should know the kind of contribution that have been made by Black people throughout this country. We want to determine some of our destiny. And this is what Black power means. We want to have something to say about our destiny.
America, we're tired of living like this. We're tired of suffering like this. We can build a nation of our own. Black men died at Pearl Harbor. Black men died in Guadalcanal, in the Solomon Islands, in the Philippines, at Iwo Jima. Black men died in North Africa fighting the Germans. Black men died at Anzio Beach, at Palermo, at Naples, to free Rome, to free Paris, to free Europe. Damn it! We died to build America. And America has rebuilt Germany and Japan, and the nigger is still suffering and dying in the streets of America.
So this here is a picture of the infamous Oak Valley plantation down in New Orleans, right? And if you scroll on TikTok, just type it in the search bar, you'll see a lot of people who've made videos about it, and the way they speak about it when they advertise this place is, you know, they marvel, it's so beautiful, they love the landscaping, the architecture, the structure that is the plant, you know, the big house or whatever. Now, if you actually go there, they do take on a historical tour or whatnot, but it's advertised on like social media as this beauty, you know what I'm saying? So much to the point where they even host weddings here. Like, white people love to get married on plantations. So that's weird. But you know the funniest thing of it all? They marvel at the beauty of, you know, this type of plantation, right? Or plantation period. They love these houses, the infrastructures, the landscaping, the designs, right? But they love it so much, but don't want to acknowledge the one key part or the component of all of this is it was all built by black people. That's the craziest part about it. Oh, these houses are built to the test of time. They stand, da 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 da. It's like, you make black people seem like we're inferior, we're not smarter, you know, smart enough, we're not good enough, but we're using the tongue and groove method to build these very structures that stand the test of time. Planting and landscaping the fields that y'all love so much. Literally crafted these very structures that y'all admire, adore, to the point where you even get married in these things. So with all this, you know, white pride that's going around right now because, you know, Trump's in office, how when black people literally say we built this country, this is what they mean. The entire infrastructure of the South was built by black people, and an extension of the North, because the money that funded the federal government came from slave labor from the South. So it's a very interesting paradox where you despise us and don't want us to have so much. We can't be equal to you. You fight so hard to uphold white supremacy, yet you love, you admire, and you marvel at the very things that were built by our hands, and refuse to give credit to that or acknowledgement.
They say it took 7 tribes to defeat us. 7 tribes. You know what else there's 7 of? Continents. That means the entire world was against the melanated people of the Americas, and we still here. This tribe that you're talking about here was one of the biggest participants of the destiny swap of the people of the Americas and the rest of the world. They cosplayed us. They enslaved us. They fought for our demise every step of the way. When we were begging, praying not to get hung from trees, they were fighting against us. And y'all get under my comments and literally be like, we can't go against the Native Americans. We gotta align. For what? They don't align with us. The whole world be against us, and y'all be trying to show them grace. Y'all be trying to give them grace. Fuck them. They will atone for their sins.
Native Americans are really getting deported right now.
They're slowly being pushed away from the table. I got the nerve to call us wabos. I can't hide no more. Y'all took on someone else's identity. Tried to claim something you know nothing about. Now the chickens are coming home to roost. I've been trying to tell everybody how we get to see who the real wabo is. Everybody know that y'all showed up on the scene dead ass last, trying to use the corporation to get benefits. The benefits that was really supposed to be given to the indigenous people. Like y'all moved in, y'all get to move right back out. Time to send everybody home that's not indigenous to this land. Yeah, I remember they called us pretendian too. The nerve to call us pretendian. Donald Trump showing y'all who the real pretendians is. Get mad at us. Get mad at him. Get your bottom lip up and have the day you deserve. Why though?
The indigenous people to America, according to the scholars of America's Indian antiquity, Leo Weiner and Barry Fell and Sertima, more recent, was the black people themselves. So when we think of the Native Americans we see today, and many of them we see, and we'll get to that $5 Indian that you like so much, but even the Native American that we think look like the Native American, the original Native American didn't even look like them. The original Native American were black people. The Indian don't resent that word Indian. Many of them resent the word Native American. They don't even want the word America attached to them because they were nation. And a lot of them prefer the term indigenous. You really cannot discuss the history of the Native American without discussing the history of black America. Their relationship was so entwined in the shaping of those two cultures and in the undermining of those two cultures here in the United States of America. As we know,
that term African American is a fairly new term that was brought about.
We're not African nor are we American. We are the original people of the earth. We are the indigenous people of the earth. We are far older than that word Africa.
When most people hear Native American, they imagine red skin and feathers. When they hear Black American, they think Africa and slavery. The reality is that Native Black American Indians have always been part of this land. Early European maps and journals described Black Indians up and down the Atlantic coast, tribes with dark skin, curly or woolly hair, living in organized nations before Europeans ever set foot here. In fact, many southeastern tribes, the Yamasee, Washita, Catawba, and even branches of the Cherokee, were described as black. Some even fought against colonists in the 1500s and 1600s, long before slavery became the main narrative. One erased truth is land ownership. Native Black American Indians held territory across the South, Georgia, Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi. The Washita Nation, recognized in old French and Spanish treaties, were Black indigenous people who lived along the Mississippi River Valley. They farmed, fished, built towns, and traded with Africa and the Caribbean before colonization.
Hi lovelies, welcome back to the channel. So when we talk about who really built America, let's be honest, Black Americans did. Black Americans did not just help to build the country, they are the builder of America. Black Americans' labor built the economy, their culture shaped the identity, and their struggle defined the nation's fight for freedom. Black Americans struggled, paved ways for we Africans. So when Black Americans says they built the nation, it is not just a slogan. It is a historical truth that deserves to be remembered, respected, and taught. And this, it is a honest truth that no one can erase from history. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe to this channel to support the channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.